ECU Athletics and Playfly Sports present Inside Pirate Athletics. Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you by Town Bank. Town Bank, serving others, enriching lives. Welcome to Inside Pirate Athletics. Brian Bailey with head coach Blake Harrell. 2 days away now before the opener against North Carolina State. Can you believe it's finally here?
Finally. You do all that wait and then it finally gets here. You're like, oh, it's go time. So we're excited about it. Our players are excited about it and ready to go.
When you look at this matchup, what do you see in this NC State football team?
You know, it's more than just a game. And I think a lot of people, we've been playing this game since 1970, played 31 times. And, you know, so much pride between the two fan bases. An in-state game. A lot of times you're excited to play the first game, but it was an in-state opponent, NC State, that you're playing just means a little bit more. And obviously they got a good football team and do a good job, and excited to go play.
How is this game different than the bowl game in preparation, and how does it feel?
Well, for one, you know, you got some of the same players, got a few new players, but the biggest thing for us is they got two new coordinators. Kurt Roper was on staff. He's been around football a long time. The OC at Florida, OC at South Carolina, and several other places there. So he'll be new, so you could have some new flavor in there and a little new gadget stuff that you got to prepare for. And defensively, DJ Elliott was at Temple a couple years ago in 2022, 23 is in the NFL. Last year was at Baylor. So you're kind of preparing for what you think they might do, but you don't know exactly. As we're at the end of the season, you kind of have a pretty good feel for who they're going to be.
I know you had Coach Shankweiler talk to the team about the history of the series.
We did, and not only going back to 1970, but just had the legislators got involved as well, and just, you know, playing up there, playing here, playing in Charlotte, and all those things, and how much it means a little bit more. And I thought it was really good for our players to see the history and you know how that's taken place over the years, and just adds a little bit to it. And at the end of the day, you know, we respect their football team, and I'm sure they respect ours, but it's about our preparation, how we approach it, and how we play the game.
How about your football team health-wise?
Yeah, I feel really good about, you know, where we're at. We did lose Demarius Hines, a safety that was going to play for us. You know, he's a redshirt, I guess he'll be a sophomore on the field for us. He tore his ACL in camp, actually had surgery on Monday. So our prayers and thoughts are with him. But he's staying positive and bouncing back. But we got some other guys that got to step up. And that's always the approach we take, is next man up, and that's the mindset.
One of the keys to this game has to be the emotions, and they got out of control in the bowl game. How do you control everything?
You focus on yourself. You know, you focus on your job, what you got to do to execute your job, play after play after play. And at the end of the day, this got to be about, you know, us and those things, and playing, you know, the game the right way to make sure we get a pretty good product on the field and keeping Pirate Nation proud of our product.
What has to go right for the Pirates in order to win this game?
I just keep telling our players about it. It's about effort and about energy. And then the third thing is making good decisions. You know, you see a lot of teams early in the season, they tend to lose more games than they win games. What I mean by that, very few teams are good enough to go out and win the game right now, but the bad teams find a way to lose the game. So we just got to make sure we limit the mistakes and go play our tails off and play with great energy and go from there.
Final thought, what about the butterflies before the game at Carter Finley Stadium? What are you going to be thinking about?
Yeah, I don't know how many butterflies I'll have going up into that thing, but you know, I think when you're sitting there and you still feel the crowd, you feel. I think you know, we have thought of the day. One of the thought of the days this morning was the man in the arena. And I told our coaches we get to be the man in the arena Thursday night, and really for our players, we get to mentor them and be the man in the arena for them every single day. So it's just we got to go up there and stick to our routine, do what we do, and see if we can take care of business one play at a time.
That's head coach Blake Harrell. Coming up next on our show, we'll take a look back at the history of the Pirates and the Wolfpack after this.
The Wolfpack will play for the tie, folks. Hartman will kick it. It is up, and it is no good. Pirates win. You can paint these peaches purple. Oh, my.
One of the things we all really like as bankers here at Town Bank, whether it's your business or your family, when you need something, a decision needs to be made. We take care of it right here. We have the people, the knowledge, and the decision makers right here. Town was designed that way, focused on our members and enriching lives.
Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you in part by Bojangles. It's Bow time. Welcome back to our show. North Carolina State leads the all-time series with East Carolina 19-14. To say it's been a colorful series history, well, that would be an understatement. Here's a look back at the Pirates in the Pack. The Pirate football series with North Carolina State really heated up in 1987 when fans rushed the field after a 32-14 East Carolina win. Then Wolfpack AD Jim Valvano ended the series, canceling future games with East Carolina. But in 1991, the Peach Bowl decided it was time to get the two together again. January 1st, 1992 was the finishing touch on the greatest season in Pirate football history. Jeff Blake led East Carolina to the 37-34 come-from-behind win.
I feel great, baby. We came back. Hey, we did it all year long. Hey, we're the best team in the country, far as I'm concerned. 11-1, baby. Wow! Yeah!
In 2008, Skip Holtz and his 15th-ranked Pirates made the trip to Raleigh as a big favorite. North Carolina State, though, pulled the upset in overtime on that day, 30-24. Greenville, North Carolina native Andre Brown for the Wolfpack scored the game winner in OT.
Sorry, Greenville! Sorry, Greenville!
To 2010, when overtime was needed again. This time, freshman Damon Magazoo picked off Russell Wilson to preserve the 33-27 Pirate win. Young Mags remembered it this way.
You know, life's about opportunities, so is this game. I just try to take advantage of all my opportunities, and defense did a great job helping me out. Coaches did a great job. I'm just excited to get this win.
An older Damon Magazoo is now the safeties coach at East Carolina, and he still remembers that play.
Number 21, Rakeem Morgan, did a really good job rerouting, saw the guy bending over the top, and then just broke on the ball. And I appreciate all the love and support of that play, but I tell people all the time, if I'm remembered for one play, I was a very bad player.
But you were a very good player, remembered for one play.
That's someone's opinion.
In 2022, the underdog Pirates had a couple of big goal line stands against then 12th-ranked North Carolina State. But a couple of missed kicks, an extra point, and a field goal cost Holt Nailers and his Pirates a shot at an upset. Then last December, the 2024 Military Bowl. The Pirates trailed late when Rajay Harris got loose and ran all the way to the Pirate football history books. 86 yards on the carry. His touchdown gave East Carolina a 26-21 win.
Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah!
State leads the all-time series 19-14 as we get set for the 34th all-time meeting between the Pirates and the Pack. Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Pirate Nation.
It's bow time. You've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled and served on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Another Bojangles biscuit that doesn't disappoint. Get 2 for $5 today. It's bow time.
At ECU Health, everything we do is about you. It's about your health and the health of your family. It's about nationally recognized heart and vascular care, personalized cancer treatments, award-winning neurological care, and advanced orthopedic solutions. It's about healthcare, right here in Eastern North Carolina. This is ECU Health, and ECU Health will always be about you. Visit ecuhealth.org to learn how.
It's bow time. Combine the bold taste of Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, and you get Bo's Bird Dog. Grab 2 for $5. Available for a limited time only. It's bow time.
This week's Pirate Profile is brought to you by Orthopedics East. Ortho East, Eastern North Carolina's premier orthopedic specialist.
Here with QB1 at East Carolina, Katen Houser. First of all, let's talk about the wrist a little bit. 100% now, you got to feel good about that. How much did it bother you last year?
Man, I mean, just at the start, it was just, it was kind of just, I wasn't ready for it. I mean, it was like an old injury, old fracture that kind of came back and started bothering me a little bit. Pain wasn't too bad. It was just kind of like a nagging deal. And once I got like just kind of taken care of and I had like a certain tape job, it was fine. I mean, I could play through it.
On the Manning Award watch list, what does that mean to you?
I mean, preseason stuff, it doesn't really mean that much. Obviously, it's nice being recognized and stuff like that, but I mean, it doesn't really mean much right now. I just want to focus on the season, so yeah.
You guys break camp now. How do you feel this offense is as you get ready to start preparations for North Carolina State?
I feel like it's all starting to come together. I feel like we're clicking on offense. Chemistry is really getting there, and I'm excited to go out and do it.
I talked to all the coaches and asked them How do you keep the emotions, this week leading up to the game and then game night? How do you keep those emotions in check?
Man, we're staying together. I just like the biggest thing is just trying to stick together as much as we can. And that's all we got to do, just stick together as a team in the locker room.
Take us back to when you decided to come to East Carolina. You're at Michigan State, you decided to transfer. What brought you here to the Purple and Gold?
Man, just the fan base, just the community around this place loves football, and there's a lot of history with ECU, so that was the biggest thing for me.
What are some of the goals for Katen Houser this year?
I feel like the biggest thing for me is just trying to be more consistent. Had some really good games last year, had some bad games last year. More consistent I can be, I feel like we'll do better as an offense. And obviously just turnovers, trying to eliminate interceptions and turn the ball over.
Late in the season last year, it seemed like you and John David Baker just kind of molded together, and you guys put up astronomical numbers. That's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to be on the same page as much as possible. I'm trying to be like him on the field. I want to pick his brain and try to do as much as I can to execute what he's trying to put on our offense. So, yeah.
And Coach Baker says you're kind of like a coach on the field as well.
I try to be. I mean, we have a lot of young guys that we're trying to get right, so I try to do my part as much as I can to help them out.
All right, final thought. What does Katen Houser do away from football? What do you do to relax? What are some of your interests off the field?
Biggest thing, I just like spend time with my friends and family. That's like the biggest thing. Other than that, playing golf with my buddies, doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
How good a golfer are you?
I'm scratching. No, I'm just kidding.
You scratch if you have an itch, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's Katen Houser. Welcome back to our show. Let's take a look now at what else is happening in Pirate Athletics. The ECU soccer team picked up their first win of the season on Sunday against BCU. They will look to make it 2 in a row Thursday at home against UNC Wilmington. Later on Thursday, of course, the Pirates season opener against the Wolfpack of North Carolina State at Carter Finley Stadium. And the volleyball team is in Norfolk for the Hampton tournament. They will play 2 on Friday and then wrap up the tournament coming up on Saturday. The look ahead in Pirate Athletics is brought to you by Carolina Windows and Doors. That's our show for this week. Coming up next week, we'll take a look at the NC State game and we'll preview the home opener for East Carolina as Campbell comes a-calling to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. I'm Brian Bailey. Inside Pirate Athletics has been brought to you by Town Bank. Local bankers committed to your success. Inside Pirate Athletics is an exclusive presentation of ECU Athletics and Playfly Sports.